Good day, this is Teacher Rowan. I'll be your guide in exploring Google Apps for education, for teaching and learning. In Google for Education, teachers can connect and collaborate easily while staying on task. It gives teachers the freedom to spend more time personalizing the learning experience and less time managing it. Students can learn essential skills such as 21st century problem solving, which they can use it in their future careers. As such, the accessibility features will also help and assist every learner to do their best work. Google offers different useful applications that we can use to connect education to technology. This will help our teachers as a 21st century educators to innovate and find ways on how to make teaching and learning more exciting, engaging, effective, and flexible to the demands of the society. Let's re-explore the education experience by discovering new angles to create, collaborate, and communicate as one. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Ang pagkatuto, huwag gawing komplikado. Sulong edukalidad.
Magandang araw! Magandang araw! Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICT's Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Hi! Hello, learners! How are you today? Today is the beginning of our quarter 3, week 1. All right, I'm your tutor, Jess, your tutor for this time. Welcome to our subject, Reading and Writing Skills for Senior High School. Okay, so this is now our ETUlay program online tutorial for DepEd Philippines. We're live in FB and also in our YouTube. Once again, our subject for today is all about reading and writing skills for senior high school. All right, students, how are you today? Today, we will be discussing about quarter 3, week 1, that is narration, description, definition, and exemplification, and or classification. All right, so once again, I'm your teacher, Teacher Jess. For this time, we're live in DepEd Philippines and in DepEd YouTube TV. All right, after going through this lesson, you are expected to. So these are now our learning objectives, students. Good PM po, watching po, Palo Alto Integrated School, SDO, Calamba City. Maria Cecilia Rubite. Thank you so much for watching. And also Lourdes Almirino, good afternoon. And also, okay, Mika, sing. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you will learn a lot from this topic. Okay, these are our learning objectives. Number one, familiarize yourself with the different writing patterns in paragraph development. Number two, identify the traditional words and phrases used in the different writing patterns. Three, write a short paragraph using certain writing pattern. And four, distinguish the uses and the differences of each writing pattern. All right, these learning objectives are found in your module. Especially, I'm using the module, VBOT module in Calabarzon. So thank you so much to all the writers for this module. Okay, are we now ready to explore the lesson? All right, students, thank you so much for watching. Okay, just chat down in our comment box so that I will read your name and your school and your answers later on. All right, so sugdan na nato. Let's start. Okay, simulan na natin. The module is divided into 8 lessons, namely, so this is in module 1. Number 1 lesson or lesson 1, that is narration. Lesson 2, that is description. Lesson 3, that is definition. Lesson 4, that is exemplification or classification. Lesson 5, that is comparison and contrast. Lesson 6, that is cause and effect. Lesson 7, that is problem solution, essay. And lesson 8, that is persuasion. All right, students, let's proceed now and start our lessons for today. So since this is 8 lessons, we will be dividing this into 2. So first 4 for this week and another 4 lessons for the other week. That is after this week. All right. So let's have the introduction. So as we have noticed, we have this kind of reading skills, no? And some of us people or students or even whosoever that is fun in writing, but there are some cases that we need to have these skills on how to write well our compositions. Okay, so since this is an important part and this subject entails about reading and writing, I'll be teaching you on how to write or any writing patterns that we will what I call this. This will be our guide or our the lessons that we ought to know the patterns, especially the patterns of writing paragraphs. Okay, so to start, developing one's reading and writing skill is not easy. So this is correct. So there are learners who can read but are not able to express themselves in writing. Yes, they are able to read but cannot express well through writing. All right. So first because I already experienced it. No, got comfort. All right. So next is you have a lot of ideas in mind, but sometimes you may find it hard to organize these ideas coherently. However, the good thing is that there are many ways on how you can write effectively. This is from your module. So what we're going to do is these lessons will focus more on writing patterns, and its focus is on writing. So to enhance our skills, number one, lesson 1, that is narration. Narration, this contains the use of appropriate devices and connecting ideas to identify the pattern employed in the sample paragraph, as well as to develop unified thoughts through writing. How can we say that this paragraph or how can we say that our writing is for narration? Paano natin malalaman na ito ay narration? Alright, so let's proceed. The text itself does not have meaning, and its meaning can be determined through connectedness. So there should be what we call connectedness, and those connectedness we should use transitional devices, modifiers, or words that can be connected from one paragraph to another. So we also learn techniques in selecting and organizing information by selecting relevant and irrelevant ideas or information. So this skill, you must learn some learning patterns on how we can develop paragraphs. Okay, so thank you so much now for watching Joey Rolyoda Diaz. So from the Raga Community College. Thank you so much for watching. And also we have Abi Salido. Okay, according to Juliet Domingo. Thank you so much po. Good afternoon. Watching from Kulabay National High School, Shirel Swan Rosalita. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you will participate in our discussion this afternoon for this subject reading and writing skills. All right. To continue, read the set of events and rewrite the following details on your answer sheet to create a coherent story. So let's start now. I'll be giving you, we have here four statements. Then you arrange this in accordance to its coherence or in its proper placement. Okay, so number one, so if you select number one is number three, so you write one, two, three, four. Number one is what number? So example, number one, so finally the old lady crossed the street safely and Juan was able to reach school on time. Number two, on morning, Juan is on a hurry going to school. Three, then he thought of helping the old lady even though he will be late in school. Four, suddenly he saw an old lady carrying a full of basket crossing the street. All right, anybody from the group, class, who can answer this one? What is your answer? Okay, what's the first situation? The first situation would be, all right, the first situation is, okay, one morning, Juan is in hurry going to school. That's for the beginning, okay? Beginning of our story. Okay, 2, 4, 3, 1. According to Cassandra Mago, thank you so much for responding. According to James Kulyuan. So please forgive me if I'm mispronounce your last name. Kolyuan, okay? So James, thank you so much. Moto Migumi 2431 according to James 4132. How about Cassandra Mago 2431, okay? Jovel 2. Okay, the first thing to do is the first situation would be one morning Juan is in hurry going to school. That is our number one situation. What about number two? Okay? According to Cassandra Mago, she answered 4. That would be the correct answer. All right. So suddenly he saw an old lady carrying a full of baskets crossing the street. That would be our second situation. Number 3 is, okay, so number 3 is 3. Then he thought of helping the old lady even though he will be late in school. Ikatatlo natin yan na situation. Ano naman ang ika-4? Yung last natin. Very good, Marilo Aranzado. Thank you so much for watching. Hanili Banez from Tambulig District Division of Zamboanga del Sur. Thank you so much. Okay, so at this time, let's reveal. Okay, and the last one is finally the old lady crossed the street safely and Juan was able to reach school on time. So thank you. So you got it right. So that would be the correct answer for the situational activity. Now, then we will answer a follow-up questions. You think in mind now the questions. What words are used to signal the correct sequence of the events? All right. So next question, how do you think the ideas were able to relate to one another? Next would be, what do you call these words? Next is number 4, how do these words help to create a story? Number 5, how or what kind of paragraph we're able to create using these given details? Okay, so this time, what is narrative text? Narrative text contains the plot which gives direction in making a story. In developing narration, sequential presentation of events plays an important role. So meaning there should be a sequence. There should be a story about the situation transitions. That is a narrative text. Signal words help to create unified thought and to show the transition of events to the next. So these leads us to focus on the use of the action words in the story. Meaning to say, there would be signal words. What are these words? These are transitional words or any modifiers. Okay, that can we tell that this has the in relation to the event that will happen next to it. Okay, so next, it also helps to move the story and makes a story interesting. The chronological ordering of events help us to show the reader how story moves. Okay? So most of the common transitions are, so ito yung mga transitions, class. We have first, next, then, after, and suddenly. Okay? Moreover, it is also important to give specific details in pointing out the direction of the story. So there should be a direction of the story. Okay? So this time, okay. All right. So I will read the paragraph and you will answer now the following questions in a separate sheet. Okay. Being a transferee is never easy. At first, I was hesitant to come, but my mother told me that I would find new friends in Masayahin Senior High School. I would never forget the day I first entered this school. I felt so shy and nervous. I did not know anyone for I was a new grade 11 student. When I entered my first class looking for a chair to sit in, a boy sitting beside a window will ask me, or he asked me, "Are you new in this school?" And I answered shyly, "Yes." Then he offered me the vacant seat beside me. He was Jasper, an old student in that school. We got along with each other well in our class. We worked on our assignments and school projects. He slept in our house doing our research work. After a year, we both realized that in many ways we had a lot of similarities in terms of interests in life. So in the end, we became best friends. Now, what's the answer for these questions? I have here questions. Where and when did the story happen? Okay, class, answer now. When will the story happen? Okay, it's Masayahin Senior High School during his first class in grade 11. Okay, what about the transitional divisor used to indicate chronological order? Okay, to indicate chronological order, we have, okay, at first, I told you, okay, then, after a year, in the end. So those are transitional devices that we will use and clarify that this is a narrative text. What event happened first? I entered the class and Jasper offered me a seat. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for participating. One day suddenly, then thank you so much, James, and also Andrel Ken Batak. Thank you. Okay, the words one day, suddenly, then, and finally. Okay, so those are transitional words, devices. Okay, it tells a story. Yes, it tells a story. What sequence is presented in the story? Okay, it is in chronological order. Meaning to say, we can say that it started from the beginning and up to the end of the story. So this is in a chronological order. Okay, you choose now the best word or group of words that will complete the statements. Write your answer in a separate sheet. Okay, we have chronological ordering, narration, transitional devices, sequence, then plot. What is your answer for number one? Okay, for number one, what is your answer? Okay, Princess Andy Castro, number five is chronological sequence. Who else? Try to have their answers. Thank you so much. Hello, hello po sa mga nanonood ngayon. Thank you so much for watching, for your active participation in our class. Okay? So let's have number one is narration. It is a writing pattern that is used to tell a story. Okay? Narration, very good, Princess Anne. Number two, a narrative text contains the blank which gives direction in the story. What is number two? Plot. Is it plot? That is chronological ordering. Meaning to say, a narrative text contains the chronological order that gives direction in the story. Thank you. Oh, good try. Thank you so much. Next, number three. Blank are words or phrases that can help carry thoughts from one sentence to another, from one idea to another, or one paragraph to another. That is transitional devices. Very good. Very good. You got it. Alan Ortega. Thank you so much. And also Cassandra Mago. Thank you. Next is number four. Most of common traditional words to show sequence of events are first, then, after, and suddenly. How about number five? The blank of events helps us to show the reader how the story moves. What is the correct answer for number five? 40 sequence, 555, go, go, go. Okay, the answer is plot. Okay, the remaining word. Okay, so thank you so much. You got it right. Next, we have people love to read and listen to the story, and the use of appropriate transitional devices in telling stories are noteworthy. Likewise, we have previously learned that in writing or narrative, the plot gives direction in making a story. So this is a narrative, not text. However, it is not only the plot that will help you to develop your writing skills. And the use of description is also important to help you create vivid picture of what are trying to express through written text. That is okay. Lesson 2 description. As what I've told you and taught you that narrative text, it entails the story, how the story happens, and it has sequential events. Okay? And we can find with the transitional devices. And this time, let's have description. What is this description? Lesson 2. All right. On a separate sheet of paper, complete the table by supplying words or phrases that best describe given subjects. Now, use any of the sentences to provide appropriate descriptions. So then answer the following questions follow. So in your paper, we have this subject, beauty queen. How about sight? So for sight, that is you watched it or you have seen it. Long-legged, beautiful. What about hearing? Okay, she has a soft voice. What about smell? Heavenly scent. What about taste? We don't have taste. Okay. What about tough? That is silky skin. Okay. All right. So those are examples. So you can have it on your paper for concert beach side and adobo. For side. How about this side? No, for adobo. Okay, adobo, it has meat. Okay, what about what have you seen? What about hearing? Can you hear it? None. What about smell? It smells delicious. What about taste? Taste. What about the taste? It tastes yummy. Okay. What about touch? Okay, for adobo. Okay, there's no more touch for adobo, right? All right. Shout out po from Commonwealth Elementary School, QC, Adrian Earl Paila. Thank you so much. And also Anika Timpongko. Thank you. Okay. So answer the following questions. What do you call the words that are used to provide striking effect in the senses of the reader? That is sensory languages. How do these words reflect, create a vivid description of a given words? That is by providing an image. So there would be sensory languages. So it is different from narrative because narrative is telling the story. But this time we are talking about senses. We are talking about the language. It provides an image. What kind of paragraph is this? This is a descriptive paragraph. Okay? According to Diagbell et al. 2016, the use of description plays an important role to elucidate the nature, people, places, and things. Now, a series of detailed observation about the subject can help you create good descriptive paragraph. This involves the use of descriptives and of adjectives, and adverbs in the paragraphs. Okay, so adjectives and adverbs. So we all knew that, no? the kind of words we use to describe how your subject looks, sounds, feels, smells, and even tastes like okay are called sensory languages. Those are sensory languages. Okay, so as what I've told you, it also concerns how you will arrange the data to provide an image of the scene and the person of the object you are trying to describe in your text. So you can write in your text by describing any object true to your senses. There are two types of description. That is number one, objective description, where the writer presents impartial and actual picture of the subject without biases. Okay, without biases. So what about what is this objective description? Excluding personal impression of the subject, just like when you give your description of experiments in class. So that would be objective. There is no bias in that. Second is subjective. This is more bias, okay? Where the writer gives personal impression of what is observed. So meaning, example, in an experiment. So what would be the objective description of your result? What would be your subjective description of your result? So there is a difference between the two. Now, read the paragraphs below and tell whether the description is subjective description or objective. Spicy adobo, yummy! Alright. Amparo High School, Caloocan. NCR, hello. Hello po. Maricel Montilla. Thank you so much po for watching from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Thank you so much. Okay, number one, Sampaloc Lake is an inactive volcano on the island of Luzon, the Philippines. It is the largest of seven lakes of San Pablo Laguna. Nearly half of the lake's depth that has shallow depression at the bottom, indicating its volcanic origin. It is approximately 104 hectares and 3.5-kilometer boardwalk. And the lake is behind San Pablo City capital and at the foot of Doña Leonela Park. What is your answer? Okay, Cassandra Mago. Is that objective or subjective? Anybody from the class? Okay, descriptive. Yes, these all descriptives. But I ask you, is this objective or subjective? Very good, you got it right. Objective because type of volcano. We also have exact location and approximate size. Very good. Thank you so much. This is our sense of sight, right? So there would be an objective description. All right, for number two. Sampaloc Lake is one of the best tourist spots in San Pablo. It is where you can bring friends and loved ones for picnic and bonding. Most of Pablinos jog around the lake and do ride bicycles not only for have morning good exercise but also have fresh air. You can witness the beauty of nature for it is surrounded with mountains. All right, thank you so much, Joey Rilioda Diaz. Okay, good try. What about Cassandra? Cassandra, perfect, Cassandra. Thank you, Cassandra. And okay, the correct answer is subjective because it defines the writer defines the best tourist spots and can witness the beauty of nature. It is according to his or her. No, shout out to my grade 11 students, guy. CHS, Victoria Tarlac, June, Novino Mateo. Thank you. Okay, we have also Jackie Lul, Yames. Very good. You got it. You got it. Thank you so much. Okay, for this time, choose the best word or group of words that will complete the statements. Write your answer in a separate sheet. We have objective, subjective, description, sensory languages, and modifiers. For number one, what is your answer? Okay, blank is the writing pattern of developing paragraph using detailed observation about the subject. Okay, the correct answer is description. Thank you. What about number two? Blank are used in writing descriptive paragraph. What are we using? What we're using in descriptive paragraph? Okay, very good, Cassandra. Next, Rafael Onyate. Thank you. That is correct. What about number two? Writing descriptive paragraph. We have sensory languages. Okay. Number three, can be in a form of word or phrase or clause. Okay, we have modifiers. What about number four? Description presents impartial and actual picture of subjects without biases. Without biases. I told you. Is it objective or subjective? All right. Yay, that is objective class. Without biases. Okay? Walang bias. Okay? What about number 5? This is gikan sa personal thoughts, impressions of the writer. Okay, thank you, James. Okay, thank you so much. That is subjective. Okay, I know you got all this right. Have a clap. Thank you so much. All right, so let's continue. Okay, in this lesson, we will focus on different types of definitions. So formal definition, informal definition, and extended and expanded definition. We've done with the two, okay, writing patterns. We have narrative text and we have narration. We have also descriptive or description. This time, we will explore this another writing pattern. So the descriptive text portrays events, right, and brings a scene or object to life in my imagination of the reader. Meanwhile, a narrative text tells a story. I told you. Now let's okay definition. Read the definition paragraph below, then answer the questions. Okay, an estimated 50 years old giant crocodilus porosus is a saltwater crocodile. It was the largest crocodile caught alive in Buhawan of Agusan del Sur. According to the residents, it is known to attack people and had eaten animals. The biggest crocodile was given the name of Lolong after the name of Ernesto Lolong Goloran, who is one of the veteran hunters from the Palawan Crocodile and Wildlife Sanctuary. So meaning, ano nakita natin dyan? Okay, buhaya, no? Crocodile. Dr. Adam Britton, ang crocodile expert, measured lolong at 6.17 meter and 20 feet or 3 inches. Okay? And in June 2020, Lolong was officially certified by the Guinness Book of World Record. Okay? Then according to the experts, the National Geographic Channel, Lolong breaks the record of the previous record holder with a measurement of 5.48 meter, 18 feet, and 0 inches. Okay, that is part of our task to read, no, in the definition writing pattern. Now, what is being defined in this paragraph? Answer, students. What is your answer for number 1? That is Crocodilus porosus. Okay, Crocodilus porosus. What is your answer? Correct answer is yes. Yes. What transitional words are used between supporting points? Okay, that is according to. Yay. So now, it provides concise but exact meaning, right? Exact meanings of unfamiliar words and explain special meanings of unfamiliar words. Okay? So yes, it's Cassandra. Okay, yes. Very good. Active participant for today. So who else will join us? Okay, they are often used to explain technical words and concepts. What to define always depends on the needs of the reader and the purpose of communication. It can be done in either in the two distinct methods of behavior. Okay, this is definition. We have informal definition. It could be denotation or connotation. When we say denotation, it is dictionary meaning. Okay, example, rose is a family of picking shrub with pinnate leaves and showy flowers. That is a dictionary meaning. If you find it in dictionary, that would be the meaning. What about its connotation? It's a secondary meaning of word and not necessarily included in dictionary. Rather, it is how writer understands a word based on our personal and consensual experiences. Example, a dozen of pink roses is usually given to the beloved ones. Instead of literally referring to flowers, love and romance are connoted. So meaning, connotation is subjective. It is from you. What is your meaning of that specific object? Example, heart. Heart is an organ. Okay, that is denotation, denotative meaning, no, in the dictionary. What about connotative meaning of this heart? It symbolizes, for me, it symbolizes love and romance. Okay, what about yours? That is subjective for connotative meaning. And lastly, use, class, and differentiate. So, the word is the name of the object, process, and concept defined. Okay, it is usually followed with is and are, and the class or general group to which the objects belongs. For example, skimming. Skimming is a species. Okay, species. Okay, we'll write a species. It this would be the word that emphasize the whole statement. Say species. Okay? It is a reading technique class of allowing the eyes to travel over page very quickly, stopping only here and there to gain idea. That is differentiate. So meaning there would be species, there would be class, and there would be differentiate. Okay, that is formal definition. Okay, that is we have already discussed to you, or I have already discussed. I have already discussed the classes and the other one, the last is differentiate. All right. For the expanded or extended definition, the following are common methods used by state health, according to Philomena, 2016. Okay, and etc. Okay. All right, or it al. We have also the methods by stating its characteristics. Okay. We have also example. San Pablo City is one of the oldest towns in the Philippines, and today it is known for one of the first class cities in the province of Laguna. So stating about its characteristics. That's it. That is definition. What about by first? Following of precautionary measures given by the health experts to avoid the spread of virus. What's the function for everybody? That is function. That is under definition. What about by what it is not? Far from the normal situation that we had before, the pandemic makes each one of us skip buying unnecessary items. Okay? Skip buying items. Okay, unnecessary items. So that is by what it is not. What about the other? By what it is similar to? Okay, Jollibee and McDonald's both offer savory chicken and delicious pasta that children love. Okay, it could be there would be similarities. Okay, what about the examples? The opening of classes of school year 2020-2021 amidst pandemic is a great challenge of the departments of education. Continue researching different alternative ways of teaching and learning to be implemented in schools, such as online learning. We have also modular learning, and lastly, learning from TV shows and radio programs. So those are examples. By origin of word or etymology. It could be in a Latin word or litera, which means letter. Example, literature. Okay, by origin, etymology. By its effect, due to the global pandemic, specifically COVID-19, the world embraced new normal. So people have become more conscious about sanitation and hygiene. They now learn physical distancing in public places, and most of people stay at home. And most of people stay at home. Thank you
Alright, so wow. Talagang feel na feel natin ang love at passion ni Tutor Jess sa kanyang pagtuturo. Sabi nga ni Maria Cristina Colada, super energetic magturo si Sir. Yes, so talagang we highly commend si Tutor Jess sa kanyang pag-express at pag-explain ng lesson this afternoon. So maraming salamat Tutor Jess. And we hope na marami kayong natutuhan sa ating mga online learners. Medyo bumitaw na si Tutor Jess. And sana ay kaya pang makabalik ni Tutor Jess natin. And talagang very excited pa naman ang ating mga online participants today na makasama ang ating Tutor Jess. However, time check, it's already 5:20 and I hope na makabalik sana si Tutor Jess para man lang mag-send ng kanyang message para sa ating mga online learners na kumapit at sinamahan si Tutor Jess sa kanyang session. Sabi ni Sir, hello Andrew Ken Batak, hello sa iyo at sa lahat ng ating mga online participants na wala mukhang naputol na yung internet connection ni Tutor Jess. Nevertheless, I know na marami kayo natutuhan dahil I am observing po yung inyong participation at talagang ramdam ko ang inyong active participation at the same time ang inyong willingness na matuto. So again, congratulations to all our online participants in joining our session for reading and writing for senior high school. So I think that we will be ending the session and maraming salamat po sa pagsama sa ating ETUlay online tutorial for senior high school. Tomorrow naman po ay Filipino Day. Lahat ng mga subjects for Filipino ay inyong matutunghayan, inyong mapapanood. At meron din po tayo para sa senior high school na piling larang at iba pong pananaliksik din para sa senior high school para sa Filipino. So maraming salamat sa ating mga participants. Asa na si teacher, pasensya na ha. At James, I think talagang challenge talaga sa ating ngayon ang internet connection. Sabi nga ni Matt ay nawala si tutor. Again, so maraming salamat. Ingat kayo palagi. Time check, it's 5:23 at talagang we are very inspired dahil po sa inyong pagkapit at inyong pagsuporta sa mainit na suporta sa ating ETUlay. With that, maraming salamat po. Ingat kayo palagi. Stay strong and healthy. Ingat. Tutor Jess, kita-kits.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa Filipino. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!